Surrender, stalemate, or slow strangulation? President Volodymyr Zelensky is facing the brutal question, is capitulation the only path left on the table? As Donald Trump leans in with a deal shaped in Washington and Vladimir Putin bides his time on the battlefield, the end of the 4-year war is now near and is not the way Ukraine wanted it to be. Here's a report.
The war machine grinds on. It chews up territory and hope. Russia has sharpened its offensive, smashing through Ukrainian lines and forcing Kyiv's hand. Massive glide bombs, drone swarms and missile barrages, untouchable by air defense, rain down, reducing towns to rubble. Moscow is tasting victory, gaining dozens of square miles in recent days, and Vladimir Putin is content to wait for the White House to deliver peace.
I'll be happy to inform you about the direction of achieving acceptable and sought-after results for us in Ukraine by peaceful means. I know you are keeping track of it, and you are always concerned about it.
But Kyiv is fighting fire with fire. Deep within Russian territory, Ukraine's drone fleets have unleashed hell. Targeting the energy facilities, these hard-hitting strikes slash Moscow's oil revenue, hitting Putin where it hurts, his wallet. Volodymyr Zelensky stands on the brink of an impossible choice. He is cornered by domestic corruption scandals, a brutal winter of relentless Russian strikes on his power grid, and the cold, crushing pressure from the West. Trump's 28-point peace plan, widely viewed in Kyiv as an act of political surrender, demands territorial cession and an immediate military cap.
I'm counting on further active cooperation with the American side and with President Trump. Much depends on America, because Russia pays the greatest attention to American strength.
The message from Washington is brutal. Agree or lose vital U.S. military support, intelligence and billions of dollars in aid.
We're having good talks. We started with Russia. We're having some talks with Russia. Ukraine is doing well. I think they're pretty happy about it. They'd like to see it end. And we won't know for a little while, but we're making progress.
What are the big secrets?
We settled 8 wars, and I thought this would be one of the easier ones because of my relationship with President Putin. But this is probably one of the more difficult ones. There's a lot of hatred.
But with mounting losses and Western pressure, European allies warn against carving up Ukraine. Zelensky is cornered. Each passing hour chips away at Kyiv's leverage. Victory once seemed possible. Hope was Ukraine's armor. But as the shells fall and the diplomatic noose tightens, the question looms, can Zelensky still hold the line? Or will he yield for peace or for survival? Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Dr. Sergei Sumleny is a defense expert and director, European Resilience Initiative Center. He's now joining us live from Berlin. Dr. Sumleny, it's good to see you. Russia says that they've received the draft plan, but they also say that some work needs to be done. This was said yesterday by Ukraine as well. The United States also said that some work needs to be done, but all the parties need to talk. Your views on this plan and the said talks?
Yeah, thank you for having invited me today. Russia has presented the initial plan of 28 propositions. Looks to be what Russia gave to the US administration as their maximum demand, and Steve Witkoff has pushed this plan towards President Trump, practically playing on Russia's side. So what we had initially as the joint US-Russia plan was, in fact, Russia's maximum demand. So that is not a surprise that Ukraine says, okay, we need to seriously talk on how to change it, because some demands are absolutely unacceptable. They are in breach with numerous provisions of international law, starting from the UN Charter, but not only. And that is where it starts to take a longer run, because Russia doesn't want to sign anything smaller than that. Ukraine is not willing and is not able to sign this capitulation plan. And what we have heard already today from the Kremlin, as the Kremlin sources told media, that you shouldn't expect a fast signature of the peace deal. It will take time. And that is what we have faced already many times in the past 12 months, as some rush and hasty proposition was put on the table with demands from Ukraine to sign it immediately. And then it looked like there will be no signature at all.
Dr. Sumleni, despite the meeting in Geneva between the United States, Ukrainian delegation, and also some European leaders, do you actually think Europe has been left out of this whole deal and proposition?
I think quite contrary. Europe has understood, I hope finally, that the real solution is strengthening Ukraine militarily, by military means. So many European countries have already acknowledged that their military supplies to Ukraine will only increase to give Ukraine more leverage. And that is exactly what can make any peace deal stable. In this 28 proposition, there is no part of humanitarian part, like returning of prisoners of war, returning of kidnapped children, returning of kidnapped civilians. That makes this plan already very much problematic. But another part is that this plan foresees military weakening of Ukraine, and Ukraine only, reducing the number of Ukrainian army, reducing the arms supplies to Ukraine, etc., as if it was Ukraine who was a source of aggression. So a real peace plan would foresee a humanitarian part with the return of prisoners of war and kidnapped civilians, including kids, and strengthening of Ukraine militarily to prevent a further aggression or the next aggression by Russia, and of course a clear humanitarian mission and monitoring of the situation with human rights on Russia-occupied territories if Russia holds control over some occupied lands.
Dr. Sergei Sumleni, it's good to see you. We'll have to end it there. Thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you so much.